Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. What's going on? Now, it is mind-boggling how people think if you don't win a championship as the leader of your team, you can never be considered a top 5 player. That is not true. To me, it's up to how do you feel as a player. Or how do you feel, how do you feel as a person watching the game? There's a lot of people who have Iceman Gervin in their 5. There's people who got Maravich in their 5. These are guys who never won a championship. There's people who put Karl Malone in their 5. And you look at them like, Karl Malone, they're like, hey, man, Karl Malone was a beast. I mean, F what you heard. Malone was a beast. And, a lot of times I feel like sometimes I feel like people just feels like, people feel like that's not enough. You have to have a championship on your resume. And to me, I look at it like, who's saying this? So it's things of that nature. Now, Allen Iverson, to me, is one of the most polarizing figures. One of the greatest to ever touch the ball. What people fail to realize is AI was a 2-star guy. He was a beast in football, playing quarterback. He was balling at quarterback. The dude still has some records there still up to this day that still stand at Newport News and VA. The thing is that he has been discredited and has been dubbed overrated because he didn't put up the efficient numbers that you would say a Kevin Durant puts up or others put up. Everything is about being efficient. Efficient. If you're not efficient, you're not a great basketball player. Bill Russell was 44% for a center. He won championships without being real efficient. Michael was 48%, maybe 49, almost 50. That's not real efficient. That just shows that you mainly played inside the paint. And you took a lot of shots like that, closer to the basket. So it's always this debate. Who's better, Curry or Iverson? Or Kyrie or Iverson? And I don't even want to get into the numbers. I've watched all 3 of these guys play. I've watched all three play. I watched all three carry themselves. And all three have a different type of game. People will say, well, Kyrie has the crossover. Allen Iverson's crossover to me was more vicious than Kyrie. Allen Iverson wasn't playing with you. Iverson would cross you, get to the next level, and score. Or he would cross into a shot, or he would cross to get a teammate open and then kick it to him. Kyrie is more to me, I'm going to the basket, I'm going to score, or I'm going to shoot. I'm not dishing to anybody. I'm not going to make this pass. I'll only make it if I have to make it. You know, so they're both ball dominant type of players. Steph Curry is more of a guy who is Reggie Miller. He's just like Reggie Miller. He's going to run through 100 screens. He's Reggie Miller, but he has a crossover. Something Reggie really didn't have, but Reggie could get to the next level. Without the crossover, he'll dribble the ball. He'll drive on you. He'll cross like, not like a real like crossover. Like he'll just pity pat the ball and try to get to the next level, or he'll kill you with his shot, or he'll back you down in the post. Now, Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was a dog. And what I mean by dog, is like he's trying to tear your head off every time he steps on the court. Kobe Bryant dubbed the saying, we better be lucky that this guy wasn't 6'5". Because if Allen Iverson was 6'5", it would be terrible. To me, the person who plays similar to him is mainly that's quick and got that speed, get to the next level, is Ja Morant. And that dog, that killer instinct, the ability to close the game. Iverson used to shoot and get the ball in the hoop and used to win games. He had that playoff run that was legendary. Now, albeit they got help from the refs, but still, Iverson still had to put the ball in the basket. And he always was a tough guard. Now, what's also underrated is Iverson's defense. Iverson's defense was, how do I say it? It was amazing. Allen Iverson could lock down the ones. Like, he guarded the point guards. On offense, he would get guarded by guys who were 6'6", 6'7", sometimes 6'9", and he would destroy them. It was no competition. It was no competition. Steph Curry is the guy who can set a pick, come off a screen, and make the basket. He's more of a guy who could play without the ball in his hands. But here's the thing. Iverson could do the same thing. Iverson could play off the ball as well. He could play off the ball. He was running through screens, catching, shooting, giving guys problems out there. People forget how great Iverson was and how high his basketball IQ was. People I think just forget. They just don't even try to remember. Now, Kyrie is a guy who going one-on-one every time. He'll pass it when he feels like it. He'll pass it when, he feels like passing the ball to you. But his scoring is amazing. To me, Kyrie, is to me has been so it's, you know, the thing is he finishes at the hoop sort of like AI like. Him and AI do this. They both could finish with the left, finish with the right. Steph's not really that strong of a finisher at the hoop, but Steph could outshoot both of them. Let's just put that out there. He could outshoot both of them. But as far as scoring, Kyrie and Iverson are the better scorers than Steph is. You know, now let's look at this. For a career, points per game, Allen Iverson is at 27 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, and that's high, especially for a guy who's 5'10". His assist, he's at 6. Field goal percentage, I don't really care about all that stuff. To me, that really doesn't make or break you. Free throw percentage, he's 78% from the free throw line. So he wasn't really a strong free throw shooter. You know, AI wasn't real strong at shooting free throws. But other than that, he was great. Now, Steph Curry averages 24 points per game, 5 rebounds a game, which is high for him. 7 assists he averages. You know, from the free throw line, his free throw percentage is 91. So he's a better shooter than, like I said, and especially from the free throw line. Now, Kyrieirving is at 23 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 6 assists per game. You know, free throw percentage, 88%. So free throw wise, they both were better free throw shooters than AI. But as far as scoring and as far as impact, Allen Iverson and Curry to me they're about a tie when it comes to impact and how they shape the NBA. Because people today play like Steph, shooting these long threes. Like Kyrie plays like Steph, and he plays like AI with the crossover, trying to get to the next level, could finish with the left. Kyrie has the embodiment of both of them because both of those guys set the league. Now, AI's impact to me was a little more bigger and polarizing than Steph Curry, because you got to remember, Allen Iverson was the first of what he was, bringing that hip hop and that flavor into the NBA, where the NBA frowned upon that because they thought hip hop, especially at that time, was thuggish. Whereas compared to today, it's safe because you got a lot of these transformers and the opposites running around, if you know what I mean. So, like I said, to me, handles out of all 3 of them, this is how I break people down. Handles between the 3. I'm taking Allen Iverson. And the reason why is Iverson crossed Jordan. And then he crossed Kobe. He crossed Mel. He crossed everybody. And he got to the next level. His athleticism, he was way more athletic than Kyrie and Steph. The guy was like 5'10", dunking over guys 7 feet. Listen to what I'm saying. He was dunking over guys like 7 feet, getting rebounds and putbacks on guys. I mean, the dude was catching alley-oops. That just shows you how crazy athletic he was. Now, as far as shooting between the 3, Steph Curry is the better shooter out of all 3, hands down, and he just is. He can shoot from anywhere. Now, the better scorer, now Kyrie's a better shooter as well than AI. You know, he's a better 3-point shooter, you know, than AI. AI really didn't shoot the 3 like that. He only shot it when he needed to. AI played more of an inside game. He's more inside than both of these guys. Both of these guys want to shoot threes all day. Now, defense, Steph Curry is a better defender than Kyrie Irving. And Allen Iverson is better than both of them. So I would go AI, Steph, and then Kyrie. Steph is really improved on his defense. He doesn't get any credit. People always talk about him, but when he finally does something that you talked about him about, you guys forget it. Y'all don't even try to give him no love. Now, AI, of course, is the better defender. AI could play the passing lanes. He had these long arms and huge hands. He could play the passing lane. He could rip the ball from big men. If guys posting him up, you better get a move on him or he's going to rip the ball out your hands. Steph, his on-ball defense has gotten better. He's able to guard the ones. He's able to guard the twos, sometimes the threes. He really struggles against the ones. Allen Iverson would shut down all these ones today, like Damian Lillard, all of these guys. AI would have gave him the business on both ends of the court. Kyrie he's average at defending, but when he puts his mind to want to defend, Kyrie could defend. I've seen some good plays the past few days he played. He got some good strips and, especially on the big men trying to go up, but I got it AI, Steph, and then Kyrie. Now, the handles, like I said, I give it the I go AI, Kyrie, and then Steph. Kyrie has a great crossover, but Allen Iverson was deadly. Iverson could pause it, play with you, go here, then back, and get the score. And then sometimes he just give you the one cross, but AI could go to another cross, a third cross, and he just had a repertoire of moves. Kyrie's the same way, but to me, AI's handles were a little more smoother. Kyrie trying to cross you and make a highlight tape. And Steph, he'll cross you, but he's trying to get out of a situation where he can either score or he can pass the ball up. Now, let's see. We went over shooting. It goes Steph, Kyrie, then AI. Scoring, AI, Kyrie, then Steph. And then free throws, Steph, Kyrie, then AI. Defensively, I go AI, Steph, and then Kyrie. Handles, AI, Kyrie, and then Steph. Now rebounding, Steph is I say Steph is the better rebounder of the three. Steph is a very tough. See, people forget Steph was one away from averaging a triple-double in the finals when KD was there. Steph is very tough and he's great at boxing out. Steph can box you out very well. He's very underrated when it comes to that. So, you go figure, but rebounding Steph can get you, well, I don't know. I don't know if Steph is better. Hold on. Let me see something. Yeah, I would give it to Steph. Yeah, I would give it to Steph as the better rebound. Then I would go Kyrie. Then I would go AI. I would go AI then Kyrie. If I'm looking at it right. Well, AI and Kyrie are tied to me on the rebounds. But overall player, Allen Iverson was the better overall player. Hands down, I give it to Bubba Chuck. Bubba Chuck, his ability on the floor was to put pressure on the defense. And the guy, when he ran the floor, he was a blur. If he took better care of himself, AI would have played at least as long as Kobe. And AI would have been dangerous. But he loved to party, he loved to drink and do all that stuff. Like I said, Kyrie and Steph could have a longer career because they take care of their bodies better than what AI did. But Iverson, I got one, then I got Curry, and then I got Kyrie. That's how the order goes for me. For people trying to say that Kyrie and Steph is better, I understand why you say that. You got to understand, people got to understand, especially the old heads. These young kids don't know nothing. All they know is watching the internet. That's it. Watching the internet, watching Nick Wrong and Shannon No Sharp speak these BS things, and also Skip Baseless is along with them. They spit all this bull crap instead of giving you the meat and potatoes of what it is. Allen Iverson, to me, could carry a team much more than them two can. Steph, when he was the guy and Clay and them are out, he struggled because, to me, he struggles. He's more of a system player. Steph is. Kyrie, if you put Kyrie on any team, he's going to score and do his thing, but Kyrie's not going to get those guys to the next level. Iverson made his guys better. If I put Iverson on the Brooklyn Nets or the Golden State Warriors, he would dominate. His personality, he's a number one option. He's the guy. Steph is more to me of a complimentary player. He has superstardom, but he's a compliment to me. If he doesn't have a Draymond or a Clay, Steph's not going to be real effective. He has to have somebody else out there. Even if it's not them, he has to have somebody facilitating and as well as making the passes and doing things like that for him. Kyrie the same way. Kyrie, as great as he is, he's terrible as a leader. We saw it in Boston. His leadership was terrible. Curry's leadership would be fine, but if I put those guys on that Sixers team, those guys wouldn't make it. For one, Steph and Kyrie are injury prone. Two, their rub-off effect would not. Steph probably would have been able to run Larry Brown's system better, and they would have done well because Eric Snow could have been the point. So I believe Steph would have had some success, but if they needed you to take over, do what you got to do, Steph would have had some hard times doing that because the league was different. Defensively, I could put my hands on you. I could move you around. Because remember, hand checking didn't get let go until 2004 or 5. So, and I don't think Curry would have been durable enough. He would have made it work more than Kyrie, but he would not have lasted that long. Now, if Kyrie wasn't the leader, if you ask Eric Snow or somebody else to be the leader, Kyrie could make some things happen, but Kyrie's injury prone. He would not have survived in a physical era like that because you doing all this crossing, the defense going to pick up on you. They're going to give you a bow to the back of your head. If you come to the hole, they're going to knock you on your ass because you're showboating. That's showboating to them. So, to me, if I put Iverson on the Brooklyn Nets or Boston Celtics or even that Cleveland team with LeBron, he would have won because Allen Iverson would have been the guy. LeBron would have bowed to him because LeBron's personality would have been dwarfed. AI's presence and his polarizing effect, it either crushed you or either helped you. So to me, Allen Iverson is by far the more superior player to both of them. However, Steph and Kyrie, man, their careers aren't done yet. But like I said, we got to see what Kyrie does with Brooklyn, if he can get them over the top. But I just don't see both of them guys taking that 0-1 team to the finals, to me. I just don't see it. I think mentally wise and tangibles wise, Allen Iverson's more clutcher than both of them. Iverson in the fourth quarter or even overtime, he plays with a tenacity and he plays with his heart on his shoulder, and he's trying to win. And he'll do whatever it takes to win. So let me know in the comment section who you choose out of Allen Iverson, Steph Curry, or Kyrie Irving. I got Iverson, then Curry, then Kyrie. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you would like to donate to the page, please, you could cash at me. You could donate. You could cash at me at the word welcome, the number 2, and an HDIITV. Thank you all for listening. We're out. Daisy.